You're the man, bro. This is like, I feel like, God damn. I'm grateful to have you here. Obviously one of the strongest men in the world. Stamped, sealed.
You got
Anything
going
else?
with these boots here.
Well, I wore the boots so I'd be taller because you're.
Is that right?
You're tall as.
Is that?
No. I just like someone just got me.
I'm disappointed that there's not like
A
something like
a bell.
just something else, man. Like you could have done something for me. You know?
It's funny because I knew you're a big sneaker guy.
Yes, and this is what you roll in,
Bro, this is off-whites. I was just like, it.
I,
I love how you're dogging me on this because like the
here's
internet's
the
been
thing.
dogging me.
You know
on
what
this.
you got that I want
What?
is it the Air More up tempos,
Oh my God, yeah.
right?
Yes.
So I
can't get
had
them in your
those.
size.
I can't.
Yeah.
I cannot get them. And that's the problem. We talked about this before. You're a cutoff. You're what, 15, 14, 15?
Like it depends on the shoe, but like 13, 14, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But 14, you can pretty much get anything. So any of the retro stuff they come out with.
Yeah, because no one buys them.
Yeah. No, I'm saying they make them. They actually make them.
You know, yeah, and then but
So
also no one
had-
buys them.
I had, when I was younger, I had a pair of the original Air up tempos, right?
Those are the best
And then
shoes.
the more up tempos, the ones that say Air on the side, right? I can't get them. Can't get them. So I bought a pair for my son. That's what I did. That's
I
my
feel like
outlet.
couldn't they custom make them for you? But they would never. I mean, like
No.
you got to get like a.
But they made them up to an 18 when they originally came out.
Damn, you got to get some OG ones, dude.
I know I can't find them. I try. Maybe somebody out there can hook me up.
You always been a big sneakerhead.
I love it. Yeah. Well, I was into basketball.
Yeah.
Right. Growing up, that was it. So then, that's kind of when Jordans like really became Jordans. Right.
Yeah.
Like it was like, you know, everybody, because it was Eastbay, right? That you'd order them online
Fuck,
or
dude,
Foot Locker. So
Yeah.
there's people that would get money, save money, wait in line for the release. You
Yeah.
remember that?
Well, yeah, it was like I was probably like towards the very end of that.
Yeah. But it was a big deal, right? Like getting the new Eastbay catalog was like, that was like, all right, what are the new Jordans going to look like?
Yeah,
Right?
now
Like,
everything's just online. Everything's
Yeah.
just like
So-
or some.
and then the prices started going up, of course. It was like, you know, creeping up $100, $120.
Bro, shoes are like nice shoes now are like $300, $400.
I know. It's nuts. Like I remember when do you remember the Air Max Chris Webbers? That was like
trying
the
to-
first shoes that were like $140.
This was when like the first Air Maxes.
Yes.
Some of the first.
Yeah. So they had like on the back it was like a CW. So Chris Webber would look like a basketball hoop on the back.
Yeah. Okay. I
And
know
they're
exactly what you're
black
talking-
and blue, like royal blue. Those were. I mean, but I remember I wanted those so bad, man. $140. And I was in eighth grade, right? So my parents were like, nope, not spending 140. So I had to put up my own money, part of it. I think they said they'd pay like 80, right? And
Yeah.
then I had cash in the game because I had to pay the other part.
Oh, those
I
are
kept-
good. Those are
I-
good parents.
I
dude.
wore those for basketball and I put them right back in the box. I had my locker like
I
in
believe
the
it.
locker room and I put them right back in there. Bro, I wore those things until they were shot. But they meant something to me because I had skin in the game, you know?
Yeah, good. Like I said, good parents making you do
Yeah.
it that way.
Yeah.
How tall were you in eighth grade?
Let's see, eighth grade. So right,
Like, were you
going
just
into,
always huge?
Yeah, going into like when I was a freshman, I was 6'4", 230, I think, somewhere in there, like something like that. And then I got in high school, I was almost 300 pounds, almost 300, right? Like so. And I was almost my full height, 6'7", 6'8", as a sophomore, almost 300.
I always wonder, like at that age, were kids just like, what the, like other kids had to be like, what the is this?
Yeah, I was big, man, but I've been big my whole life. So like even in first grade, like you look at like a first grade picture of me, the class is like standing there, and I'm almost as tall as a teacher. Like that, you know, it's crazy.
Was it your whole family like that?
Yeah, I've got height on both sides, you know. So it was I've got big uncles on both sides. So it just kind of it'd be interesting to look at like a family history, but it just seems like it kind of came together. My mom's 6 foot. Tall, so like that was height on that side. My dad's side is big too, so it's, you know, it just worked out. But my brother's like 6'3", so you know,
Yeah.
for me it was just like I kind of got all of it, you know, like built in.
Sometimes
so
it happens.
it
Man.
worked out, man.
I always wonder, like, you know, when they used to write like mythology or like stories like about giants and shit, if they were just talking about people like you. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Just giant. Yeah.
Yeah, like, because most people were a lot shorter, I think, back then. And then
Yeah.
there's just someone who's just randomly big as.
Well, you hear about different giants like from history. Like we did that History Channel show,
Yeah.
with the four of us traveling around, and you know, it's like Angus McCaskill was, you know, 7 whatever he was, huge dude.
Yeah.
Like they have a statue of him. It's like larger than life, you know.
Yeah, that's-
but you know, and those are like the mythological giants that did all this crazy stuff. And then did they actually do it, or is it kind of like a fishing story where it was like this, he lifted this weight, but it was actually this weight, you know?
Right.
It was crazy. It was fun to do that show because it's almost like a Mythbusters where you're deciphering information and saying like, is it actually true? Because there's no record of it. It's not like you go back and be like, hey, let's see the video.
It's just
there
written.
is no video.
It's just written.
Yeah, it's just stories and what was said. But I mean, there's definitely, you know, big, strong guys through history for sure. You
I
know,
wonder who the strongest person ever was. You think obviously you're one of them.
yeah, it's a legitimate question.
I wonder if there's just some random freak that just no one ever knew about that was just like, but also like